Have you ever wondered how a diesel supercar would perform? I don't know if you can relate, but I've been thinking about this since a very precise moment in human history. The year was 2008, when Audi presented this. As the name says, the concept was equipped with a 6-liter diesel V12 engine and a common rail direct injection system coming straight from Le Mans prototypes. The concept was not fully drivable yet. The V12 engine was still under development, and the manual transmission was just a placeholder. The reviewer was only allowed to drive it slowly, so we don't have any clue on how such a weird thing would drive. But today, we have turned it into a BeamNG thing, and we are about to race it against its gasoline counterpart. Let's pretend we are back in 2008. By that time, the only engine option available for the R8 was the FSI 4.2 V8, while the V10 would have been available the next year. The 4.2 FSI, engine code BYH, was a very peculiar V8 engine. It had two main key features that made it stand apart from the competitors. First of all, its cylinders were undersquared, meaning that piston stroke is longer than cylinder bore. And this was very unusual for high-revving naturally aspirated V8s. Secondly, it employed a direct injection system, meaning that the fuel was injected directly inside the cylinder, enabling charge stratification techniques to help reducing CO2 emissions. I have just modeled this engine in automation, and these are the torque and power charts. The 4.2 FSI produces 414 horsepower at 7,800 RPM and 413 Nm at 5,500 RPM. The torque curve is very progressive and encourages the driver to rev very high. The engine is coupled to a 6-speed automated manual single-clutch transmission. The red car instead represents a hypothetical series-produced diesel R8 from 2008. Remember, in 2008, the V12 TDI was not available yet. At that time, the most powerful, fully operating diesel engine in the Volkswagen lineup was the 5-liter V10 TDI, specifically tuned for the Touareg R50. This crazy twin-turbocharged diesel V10 does not have a high-tech racing-derived common rail injection system. It relies on unit injectors. The unit injector is an older, simpler, and less controllable injection system. The quality of the injection is strictly dependent on engine RPM, and its purely mechanical injection system allows only for one jet per engine cycle. These limitations compromise jet evaporation at low RPM and high loads, and that is one of the main reasons why you see black smoke coming out of exhaust pipes of old diesel engines. The R50 V10 TDI is the most powerful unit injector diesel engine ever fitted in a passenger vehicle. It produces 345 horsepower at 3,500 RPM and 850 Nm at 2,000 RPM. In this case, torque seems to drop quite rapidly after the peak. As you might know, automation doesn't really support diesel engines yet. Therefore, this diagram might be inaccurate, but is the closest I could get to typical diesel charts. The V10 TDI is coupled to a 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox. And in both vehicles, gears are tuned to maximize top speed. And now, let's race! First, we're gonna have a drag race to compare raw straight line performance, measuring the time from 0 to 100 and the time required for a quarter mile. And then we are gonna have a 60 to 120 kph acceleration in 4th gear to address low-end torque. Who's gonna win? Let's find out. The diesel is overall 1 second slower in the drag race. But will it be competitive in terms of low-end torque? Now, do you think that such a torquey engine suits the behavior of a supercar? If you could choose, would you go for the torquey diesel instead of the high-revving gasoline? And what about the engine sound? Which of the two do you prefer? See you in the next one.